everybody loves a new year and a new year resolution. So we both agreed to share our top tips from top tips on cold calling going into 2022, or our number one top tip. So I'll let Morgan kick this off. What's your top tip this year?
Yeah, so my top tip this year is more pausing. And I obviously did that for dramatic effect. But the thing is, like, more pausing is going to help you this year, because when you pause on a cold call, and I'll give you exactly how long to pause with this, you're allowing yourself to embrace the objections that are coming, because you're going to get a lot more objections than normal based on everything that's going on. And it allows you to truly listen to what the prospect is telling you, so you can ask better questions. So my recommendation when I had a team, I would always say, let's pause for 1.5 seconds after someone is done talking, because typically what ends up happening is they continue to talk, and now you get more information, which is great for you. So the art of pausing is something that's my number one tip for this year. If you can master that, you'll see more conversions.
Amazing. Morgan, just a question on the back of that, because I'm someone that I think people will be able to tell pretty quickly. I love to fill silence with just my own. So I'm sure it happens to a lot of salespeople. Do you have any advice for anybody on that, who kind of almost like they have their natural emotion towards it is like, it feels like it's awkward? Is there any way that you recommend kind of overcoming that?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what I did, because I'm the same way. I always feel like I had to say more. I didn't embrace the silence. I thought if it was silence, it would hang up on me, right? Like, those are things that happen. So I would say, number one, I don't have it in front of me right now, but I actually recommend people to get a stress ball. Not to say that you're stressed out, but when you're looking to talk, squeeze the ball, and then it'll get you to process and be like, wait, I'm supposed to pause here. So that really helped me when I was like getting ready to talk. I would squeeze a stress ball, I relax, I take a pause, and then they would end up talking more. And if I would have talked, I might have lost that opportunity. Two is, everyone's different on how they do this. Write down what someone is saying when they're talking to you. So as someone is talking to you, what we typically do as humans is we try to figure out, okay, how can I, right, insert myself as soon as they're done talking. Wait, write the things down, and you'll take that pause that you need to take as well. And I would also say the third thing about the pause, right, because you want to fill that gap, is embrace the silence. It ultimately is a real power move, right? If you can embrace that silence and really listen to what they have to say, it's a pattern up, because most people don't do it. So that's another thing to consider. It is a hard thing to transition to, but once you do it, you'll realize the benefit of it.
Love that. Really, really love that. Need to invest in a stress ball then. That's the first.
Stress ball. Yeah, everyone needs to get a stress ball. That's the homework.
Awesome. Yeah, look, my top tip is, we didn't plan this at all, but I was thinking about my top tip just before this, and kind of similarly, it goes into this idea of patience. And one thing that I kind of, again, drawing from my own experience, really struggled with was when people gave me objections or rebuttals, I tended to jump into trying to handle them like immediately.
Yep.
And as you become, and as you're doing the role for longer and longer, and I always say to my team, the hardest time to be an SDR is month 6 to month 12, right? You've got into the job, like, it's a lot of repetition, a lot of reps. In that period, you're so used to, you almost like pre-predict what people are saying, and then you jump in, and then it often makes you sound robotic. So my top tip is, if on any objection that you get this year, always follow it up with a question first that relates to the objection. So for example, can you send me over an email with some more information, right? Can you, like, nobody really, well, the first thing that I'm saying in that context is I'm responding, okay, and what would you like to see in that email, right? That's giving me time to pause straight after, exactly on the back of what you mentioned earlier, Morgan. It's giving you that time to pause, and actually what they might do is they might give you more information about that objection, right? So you can therefore like handle it better. Someone says, this sounds like it's too expensive for me. So first thing I'm saying, instead of going, oh, well, it's not expensive, and trying to justify the cost, so how much would you right now pay for this this product, right? Again, hopefully it starts to really open up prospects and give me the real reason why they think it's expensive. So top tip from me, follow any objection up with a question.
I love that. I agree 100% because you got to really clarify to see what's going on there.